Warning. The content in this podcast contains some explicit language which may be offensive to some listeners and may be inappropriate for children. Therefore, the content in this podcast is intended for a mature audience only.
So, when'd you fall in love with hip-hop?
Right here, what we're gonna do is go back.
This is MochaTea, this is Capri,
this is Mika,
and this is Dante. And we are recording the day before you guys get an episode, so y'all probably get some pretty up-to-date shit this week.
Okay.
So this recording is going to be released when?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it is up-to-date.
Yeah. It will. Okay. It'll be like almost live, but not live. Exactly. So y'all get our week as this happened tomorrow.
Exactly.
What do we do this week? It's Mika's birthday this week.
Mika's birthday this week.
It was.
The big 40.
It was. The big 40. Oh, girl, I did. It seemed like my week been busy. I got back from New Orleans Monday. My birthday was Wednesday.
Yep.
Because we went out to the poetry. Thursday, I didn't do nothing. And then yesterday, we went out. Tonight, we're going out. Tomorrow, we got a photo shoot.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, busy.
Sounds
really busy.
Yeah.
Or
busy.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I've had football shit. I don't know that I knew
it was
this much.
Yeah.
What, football?
You should
yes.
Oh, it is. Yes.
It's a lot.
How many days do he practice a week?
3 days a week.
Yeah, same here.
See, thank God, because I used to practice 5 days a week when he was a little league.
Oh, I couldn't do it.
Oh, girl.
3 days, I'm like, okay,
3 days
cool.
is a stretch for me because y'all know my job. Like, the way my job is set up. So, like, I've been having to try to, like, figure out either how to get him to practice and, like, have somebody else take him to practice or, like, stuff like that. Or, like, do visits after practice, stuff like that because that's hard.
It's a lot. So
I'm like, no, can y'all, everybody, I'm like, and people want to pick Tuesday and Thursday. I'm like, we got practice on Tuesday and Thursday. Can y'all just do a visit on Wednesday or Friday? Like, I can come do a visit in your home Wednesday or Friday. Exactly. Everybody want to pick Tuesday or Thursday. This is annoying.
Girl,
but
a lot.
It is a lot. It's a lot. And then, like, we were out last night till 2 o'clock in the morning.
Man.
I had to get up this morning at 6:30. Get me, him, and Anaya out the house. Go get him a mouthpiece. So we left a little early. Go get his stuff from my sister.
Why you get up at 6:30?
Girl, because just to get us all together and out the door, he had to be at the field at 8 o'clock.
Oh, well, yeah.
So we ain't got a mouthpiece. We still was late to the field, but I mean, we was there we got there by like 8:10, but I had to stop and get money to get in the game.
Exactly.
Because I forgot about all of that.
How much was it?
$5.
Okay, it's not too bad.
So get in.
You know, it'll be about $5 to $7.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, oh, it'll be done by 10:20. And I guess I didn't really think like the last game was started like 10:20, so like 10:45 we were still there, and I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna be a lot.
Well, they never really
especially
start on time.
when it's like you got multiple games. Like if it's a round robin.
Yeah.
Jesus Lord knows how. But I used to love it.
Well, it's a round robin now. It was round robin now, but I think they've kind of shortened it for the little kids because.
Well, that's good if they have.
See, I'm not
like
a sports
15
mom.
minutes.
Okay.
I'm a sports mom.
I'm not a sports mom.
It get my adrenaline like
it does.
Yes.
It doesn't. Like I sit there like, okay, when is it gonna be over? Like, is it over yet? It's over. He's calling. I don't know. But yeah, I don't like it. I mean, I like it for my kids, but I'm not a sports person, period. I'm trying to get into it. I'm just not into it. And so I
don't think you're going to get into it. Because I have always been into it. I made Javion start playing, so.
So I didn't make Legend start playing, but like seeing Javion's picture, like, Legend it just started and he's excited about it and he gets excited anytime like we start talking about it and stuff like that. So, but seeing Javion's picture made me be like, oh my gosh, I can't wait till Legend gets to that age because I'm going to be that mama.
Make you feel good.
Oh, I'm going to be that mama.
I was always that mama.
Oh, yes.
At 7, I was on the sideline running
with him.
Yeah. Like, go, son, go.
Yeah,
girl.
that'll be me.
Yes.
That'll be me.
Girl, he used to be running back. Now he don't. Girl, once he broke his leg and all that, girl, he didn't do running back after that. So his last year of football in Little League, he was on the line. So he been on the line since. I think he don't want the fact where people tackle him.
He wants to be able to tackle other people.
After he broke his leg, or he had pins and everything in his leg.
It's like, no, I'm good.
After that, I'm good. Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
But girl, yeah, I be all pumped up. It was just previews, girl. I was all pumped up Thursday and Friday. Yeah, girl. I be pumped.
Girl.
Like my adrenaline, I don't even want to miss no game, ever.
Really?
No.
That's good.
Yeah,
Girl.
I'm gonna be the same way.
I mean, I was talking on the phone to somebody this morning, and I said, and people have asked me, is Devin any good? And I couldn't even answer the question yes or no, because I don't know what I'm looking at when it comes to football. I don't know. I don't know if he's good or not. And
You
they're
ain't
like,
trying to learn from him.
I'm trying. I am trying. They're like, well,
This is
you should probably watch.
year.
You should probably
I know.
watch like a football game, like on the TV with somebody,
So
and
listen,
have them help you explain.
They have.
and you
still
just
not
don't
interested.
I'm not
understand.
into it. Football is like, listening to football is like a sleeping pill to me on TV.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
is it? Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
like as soon as it come on and all of that noise, and I'm like, I get sleepy. I promise.
Okay, you definitely know.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like a sleeping
Because
pill.
mine is like, I'm like the men. I'm adrenaline pumping. Let's get it going. Like, woo!
So, my cousin went to OU, and the whole 4 years he was at OU, I would always watch games, and I watched games, and I would be so worked up that by the end of the game, I would be exhausted. Like, my head would be hurting.
Yes.
My heart would I would just be so tired. So, like, I stopped watching, like, once he stopped playing, I stopped watching the whole game, and I only go and catch the end of it so that I'm not, like, all worked up in my mind. Like, I don't like that feeling because I get so adrenaline. My adrenaline pumped too hard.
My girl be pumping.
Yeah.
Pumping.
I mean, and I think
more than they do on dance. Like, I'm more of a mom, like a sports, like football, basketball type of mom. I love dance because I used to do dance. But, girl, like, the whole adrenaline pumping, when my baby out there playing, I don't care what sport it is, basketball, football, girl, that's me.
Great, yeah. I know, yeah.
I always felt like I was a boy's mama because I be rough on Jayden. I probably talk to her even. I'm like, get it together. Like, suck it up, girl, yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of like that, too.
I sit there and watch the clock. And I told somebody, I know this sounds bad, but when they lose, I'm not all heartbroken about it because I know that we don't have another game to play. We can leave and go home.
Oh, shit.
I know it's bad.
What are you interested in outside of boring accounting shit?
I know, right? I love that stuff.
Look, and she like, I love this stuff. Look at her going.
Hold on, look, she gets to talking about it. Just excites me when I balance out the da-da-da-da. Look the fuck. Who?
That excites you?
That excites you, and football doesn't excite you.
It's exciting because it's millions of dollars. And
that would be
it's
but it ain't your
exciting.
millions of dollars.
It's not, but it's exciting when I find a discrepancy. Like when I find a discrepancy and I figure it out, it's exciting. It's just exciting.
That's boring as
That's
shit.
boring as
It's
shit.
really not boring. It sounds boring to y'all, but it's really not boring.
I have sat over here.
You know what? Give me Devin's schedule. Tell him I'm going to come out there and pump him up. You hear me? I always been that mama. I'm going to come out there and pump him up because I don't care whose kid out there playing. It be me on the side. Like, come on! Like, get it together.
No, listen. So this is me out there. Sometimes I have my phone. Sometimes I don't. But a lot of times I'm standing
Don't take
up.
your phone.
Listen, and I'm moving with the team. As I see them move and they clap, I clap. I don't know what we clapping at, but I'm clapping.
Do you even pay attention
Do you know
to what your
how to
baby?
get a first down
What
or
position
anything?
does your baby
Let
play?
me tell you, I do pay. I don't know. I mean, I kind of know. He's on the line.
So when he hit, so you don't never
He
see
blocks.
him. Does he tackle? Like if he ever makes
tackles.
so does he make a big tackle? So for you, what you need to know is if he ever tackles the person with the ball. It don't matter about nothing else.
He does.
That's a big tackle.
Okay.
Oh, he's good.
That's
probably,
huge.
You probably don't. He's probably good.
So, but that's the thing. I just don't understand it, and I'm trying.
No, you don't need to understand nothing outside of the fact that he's
Listen,
supposed
she
to
do
hold
need
the
to
ball.
understand
Let me
some
tell you.
parts of it.
No, listen. The thing with football that's irritating to me is that the plays happen so fast. As soon as they get there, it's over. And so, like, if you're not paying attention right then and there,
That's why you're supposed to be
And
paying
then,
attention.
like,
You can't take your phone.
But listen, it happens so fast. It's like, what happened?
No, it ain't
No,
like what
it's
happened
not
because
really.
girl, Javion yesterday, girl, that first quarter of that game, baby, at 15, it was just a preview, so it was 15 minutes, things. Girl, Javion was kind of hot about it. Girl, he had 7 tackles in 15 minutes, and that's a lot.
Oh, that's nice.
That's a lot. But he was like, my people wasn't, doing what they supposed to do. I shouldn't have had that many tackles in that short of time, girl. You should have seen every time he hit, I was like, yeah! Girl, I was like, that's my baby.
But we're going to bring her back to elementary school, because we need her in elementary school. So all you need to know is if he ever makes a tackle with the person with the ball. That's big.
Yeah, that is.
So if you know that, start there.
Like you can. No, I do know that part is big.
Yeah.
I do know that.
Girl, my mom
and then count how many of those he gets in a game, and that's big.
Okay.
Girl, because my mom.
So then I don't know.
My mom said I don't know what's going on. I see Jay. Yeah,
but you don't really know if that's what he's the person who's supposed to be doing that, because you don't really know what position he plays. Yeah. But
girl, that was my mom yesterday. She said, why is Javion? I thought he started. I said he do start. Why he ain't on the field now? I said because it's offense. He play defense. Girl, she like offense, defense. Girl, all I know is is a touchdown. I said, Mama.
See, I'm like your mama.
So is he on? You don't know if he's on offense?
He's on everything.
He's on the line
he's
for
on
offense and defense.
Yeah,
okay.
And I only know that because he's in the game the whole time.
So then if he like blocks and they get and they can get through his space when they got the ball, when they run through his space, then that's good for him too.
If he on offense and defense, he good anyway.
Right.
He's on because JV used to play offense.
But they don't have
defense.
A choice. They only had like 11 kids. And I think the Mac.
Don't do your baby. Don't do that.
I'm not.
I'm gonna come watch him play.
No, listen. You know what? I'm thankful for that team, and I love the coach and his wife. I love them people. Like they some good people. And what I like about the team is it is a small team, and it's not that many kids. But I feel like that has gave him experience versus him getting on versus him being on a big team and with him starting, because he just started a couple years ago or whatever.
And sometimes some teams got their picks.
They already had their picks, and so I just felt like if he was on a bigger team, he wouldn't have even got to play anyway.
Exactly.
Right. And so, I mean, I'm glad that he was in the game the whole time and played both sides or whatever, because he's getting to know it. Unfortunately, he don't like it, but
he don't like football.
She said he don't like it.
He hates it.
Probably don't like. Well, I mean, I don't know that I would like it either if you wasn't that interested in it and it wasn't.
That don't have nothing to do with me. Because
it does a little bit.
No, I don't think so, because it's a lot of. I mean, I'm always there. I'm usually there. I'm not there today because I'm here.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm usually there though, but I just think he just don't like it.
Because after the
game, if you hyped him up. So okay, so this is the thing. I told Mama, I said, you know what, Legend is probably gonna be. They're gonna like Legend, because Legend was like when we got to the field, we get him all suited up. Legend the only one standing out there with his helmet on, because he ready to play. I want to play, Mama. I'm ready to play. He don't want to take the helmet off. I'm like, nobody else has their helmet on. I'm just ready to play. So one of his coaches come up to him and he's like, are you ready to play, Legend? And he's like, yep, I'm ready to play. He was like, I like that attitude. So I was like, but that's his thing. Like, he loves praise. So if you praise Legend, even if he's not that good at it, he would work to be good at it. So that's kind of the thing. So, like, the fact that we, like, once he gets to that point and recognizes, oh, if I do make a tackle, they going to hype me up. Because my family going to hype him. That's just what is going to happen.
I mean, like I said, I'm screaming and I'm yelling his name when I'm out there.
But he probably know you don't know nothing about it.
He probably does.
Because Devin is pretty damn smart.
Very, very smart.
And, girl, like, my child is the one, like, I'm the one that he comes to tells me everything. Like, you would think he would call, like, no. Girl, I know every little thing about football. He gonna call me and be like, Mama. So, girl, yes. And I'm like, even when he was a kid, girl, he used to be like, Mama, you is way louder than the coaches. The parents. Girl, I used to say, just don't come to the game today. I was like, I wish I would not. I will be there. Girl, he'd be like, Mom, just don't yell and scream today. Girl.
Right.
That was me.
But that is one thing that my child will be able to say, even though if I don't understand it, he'll know that his mama was always there.
Yeah. That's all that matters a lot.
That's the part that matters to me, because it's a lot of parents. I might be the only parent out there sometime, or it might be me and one other parent.
Because coaches is picking the kids up.
The coach card is full because they're picking up all these kids. So that's one thing my child does know. He actually said that made him feel good. Like a couple of weeks ago, he said the coach's wife was yelling and was like, Devin's mama is the only one who picked him up and da-da-da-da. And he was like, Mama, that made me feel good.
Yeah.
So the fact
we
that
used to pick up kids all the time.
Yeah, so the fact that he knows that.
Shoes or nothing. We used to go buy them shoes, me and Tika.
I sponsored a kid this year because the coach kept sending out texts about fees due. And I just text the coach like, hey, I'm willing to sponsor a kid. I don't know what kid I sponsored.
We used to always do it.
I just, gave him the money.
And it'd be so sad. You get out there and sometimes when them parents just come out and be like, whose mama is that?
Exactly.
I did not know some of the times. And these little boys used to play with us for years. Like Javion played on the same team for 7 years, 5 years, 6, something like that. Girl, but like sometimes I did not know the parents. I'd be like,
well, they probably won't know me. either, because y'all know I'm a bit antisocial, just a bit.
But you know who the parent
is. But
is.
I'm sure they know who who my baby belongs to.
They know.
You're there. That's what matters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm at practice.
What she's saying is that
they never came to the games. I never knew who they was. I was a secretary, so I dealt with all the parents. The whole time Javion was on the football team, I was the one that did certifications. I was the one that did the fundraisers. I had to talk to every parent. And most of the parents wasn't there. Especially if the parents was there, the daddies wasn't. The daddies.
And that's crazy.
95% of the time, the daddies was not there. It'd be their mamas. It'd be them.
And the only daddies that are there are the daddies that are coaches.
That's what I was just going to say. The daddies that
and they kids. And you know what? I told my mama that today. I said, we need to get Legend a daddy coach. And she said, well, I said, because you realize that the coach's sons always stay out on the field. It don't matter. They're going to put them out there because they teaching them. So if I'm going to teach your kid, I'm damn sure going to teach my own kid if I'm here every day investing in this. So I'm damn sure going to teach my own kid. So my own kid going to stay there, whereas these other kids is going to circulate in and out. And my kid going to get an advantage. Even though, you know, there's some advantage, some pros and cons to that. Because as your father, as your coach, you know, he probably is harder on you and he yelling at you and screaming at you. And, you know, so there's some pros and cons to that. But it's still, I mean, you know, some of them kids can say, yeah, my daddy is very active in my life. My daddy was my coach. My daddy was at every one of my games. My daddy took me here. My daddy did this. And so I think it is important because that's the other part is on the sideline. The only people on the sideline is a bunch of single mothers.
You see a whole bunch of mamas.
Yeah.
Just sitting there, mamas. Like, make us up at Javion's coach, though, didn't have no kids. Most of his coaches, his Little League coaches, they didn't have sons. They had daughters, so they was out there because they wanted to be, which makes it even better.
It does.
You ain't got no kid on his team, and you ain't obligated to come. His coach, that was his head coach all the years. He did not have any boys. He got a little girl, and he was his head coach all the years, and he never had a son. But girl, like I'd be like, that's what's up though.
Yeah, my head goes off to coaches because it's a love that they have, you know,
for the game and for those kids.
Yeah, and they definitely have it for the kids, and they have to deal with parents and attitudes and this and that.
And it's a lot of attitudes,
and they're not getting paid for it
at all.
And then
you have to love
but
it.
then on top of that, if you have enough of a passion to it, and you have parents who aren't doing shit, don't show up to nothing, you always picking up their kids, taking them to practice, this and that and the other. But then you also making up for, so you parenting, because 3 times a week you parenting somebody else's kids in the evening.
You hear me? And
that's plus
and
games. Yeah, I was gonna say plus games.
And you bringing the ice and the white, you know, let it be that coach that's bringing, you know, you got to go start get them Gatorades, fill that thing up, get them waters. That take a lot.
Or you buying uniforms, you paying fees. I mean, just to keep and make sure we got a team.
Yes, that's a lot.
So yeah, I didn't realize how much it was.
Well, welcome to sports world.
No, I mean, we've played sports. It's just not been this intense. You know, he's just now, you know, we're at 6
But not
years old,
like Parks and Recreation.
Not like, well, yeah.
That's how JV.
We've never played Parks and Recreations. We've done more of the Y.
Oh,
but it's still kind of Parks and Recreations. So
it's,
I mean, we've just kind of graduated over from the Y into like real sports world.
A league.
Yeah, into a league. And now it's like, oh my gosh. Like, but even, so I paid for him to play baseball still before we did football, and then he got put on a team and blah blah blah. So they're even still getting their emails. That shit is. But I put him on a league for baseball this year because I was like, I don't want to do the Y thing
I wonder
again.
if my child would like baseball.
I tried to get Javion to play baseball. Oh, girl, since he was a little kid, because I thought baseball would be another thing. I'd be like, yes, girl, he would not play baseball.
Yeah, girl, Legend loves baseball.
Girl, yeah, Jay, you made me want to check them and see if they play baseball, girl. I could not talk him into baseball because I said, you know, most of the time if you go get a scholarship, they got to get minorities a scholarship.
Yeah.
And what black boys is playing baseball?
Exactly.
Not a lot of them.
And I used to tell him that at 6 and 7, like, listen, like, try it. We don't know. Try it. What they got to give. If you get good at baseball, come on.
Girl, so that's the thing. So for fall, winter, we'll do football. And then come spring, we'll go into baseball. Yes. So that'll be our thing. Yes. And then I'm still going to do a league. But, like, yeah, it's been like 2 games a week and practice and all of that. They've been sending messages in that group. And I'm like, hell, we would have been busy no matter what we would have been doing.
Right.
So, I mean, the thing is, like I said, he just kind of graduated out of the Y into the league.
It's
and
more
now
competitive.
Yes, way more competitive.
Way more competitive. Because I used to think I was wasting my money on Parks and Recreation. I'd be like, they running the wrong way. This kid got the ball, he throwing it to the stage. The other, he ain't even on your team. Like, Javion Hooker, I used to be like,
I think it's just like more for like the fundamentals.
It is.
You know.
But I couldn't wait.
also
I couldn't wait to competition, though. I was like, this is whack.
But also, I think for kids, because that's the other part that I don't like is how competitive some stuff is to the adults, but the kids don't really care. You get what I'm saying? Like, why are you out on the field? Get your ass off the field cussing folks out about to fight the mama across the way.
I used to be that mama.
Do y'all think that those are some parents that, I don't know, like they're living their dreams through their kids?
No, because I don't. And I used to get into it with parents at games.
Did you?
Hell yeah. I almost said police got called one time. Hell yeah, I done got kicked out of games.
Shit, Mika.
Yes.
See, I refuse to do all of that.
Because it's like, football games we used to get into it sometimes too, because they'd be like, he done, trying to dispute out. Girl, be quiet. Is that what the ref called? Hush. But girl, like, we done got kicked out of games because I'd be cheering for a girl, cheering for him. And she'd be like, girl, I didn't have this big one girl, older woman girl tell me, sit down and shut up. And some. Girl, I must have turned, my mama must have turned. I said, sit down, who is you talking to? Girl, yes, because
so that's different.
Mamas get,
that's different. So that's you combating the other parents.
Yes.
But that's what I'm saying is the ones that are basically damn near about to, like, this is my kid's dream. Like, most kids don't go to the league off of Little League football. Most of them ain't going to college off of Little League football. It's fundamentals. It should be fun for the kids. And when you take it, I feel like it's a problem when you take the fun out of it for your kid. Like, well, I don't want to be here because mama might get kicked out because she over here about to fight such and such because she don't know how to sit down and
thinking the same thing though. If they competitive, by the time JBI's second year, he was competitive.
So I just text my child. I said, "Do you want to play baseball?" He texts back, "Why would I want to play baseball?"
He is so your kid.
He just don't want to play nothing.
He's a kid. Like he's definitely her kid.
See, that'd be my kids. My kids be in everything. Girl, Jaden come home. I signed up for track, baseball, basketball. Jaden, how is she gonna do all that? Girl, that'd be my kids. Like, that is not possible, girl. Well, I'm like, you ain't never even played none of these. Girl, she's like, I don't care. I'd be like, girl, they be want to be in everything, every little thing. Girl, I'm like, ugh. Girl, look at y'all. How y'all gonna both be recording? Y'all both for y'all phone?
Because their text to be about Legends jersey, so they gave him my baby the wrong number. So he get there, and I thought, like, when I first saw it this morning, because I hadn't seen the jerseys yet. Kayla took him to practice on Thursday, and I didn't pick up his stuff from her until this morning. So I thought maybe the number that we asked for, they just didn't have it, so they just defaulted him to another number. Girl, no, it was a duplicate number. So him and some other kid had the same damn number on.
You can't do that, can you? Isn't that like a violation?
So Legend couldn't be in the game like that, so they was having to swap them out.
Oh, okay.
Through the game or whatever. So, I mean, which was fine because I'm sure Legend was like, as long as I get in, he didn't care. Exactly. He didn't care. And he was able to get in. So, he got in on all of the games. So, that was all that mattered. So, but they were swapping him in and out. And so, his coach is asking me for his jersey. So, I got to get that over to him sometime this weekend, I'm assuming.
Probably.
However way that works. But it's in my trunk. So, they can figure out that number. So, but yeah, no, but I can't say it's been an exciting thing. Like, it's just a lot. So, like, I went from, like, and then the other part is, we have everything that we do.
Exactly.
So, everything that we do.
And work.
And the kids. And life. The only thing I ain't scheduling is dick, and I'm getting it regularly.
Look, must be nice. Look, everybody ain't nice.
You see how she said that? And I get that regularly. Okay.
Don't put that out there.
I mean,
let me just let you know that.
Because, when somebody sent me a message, so I had posted, and I think sometimes people don't realize, like, I randomly post shit just because I'm a random ass person. And so I posted that song by Ari Lennox. It's a song called La 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 La. Anyway, it's this song. It's really pretty. And I was just like, this would be like,
in the
rain. Yeah,
okay,
make love to somebody in the rain of this song. And somebody was like, that's a thirst trap. So who's thirsty? Me? Like, my will is it's providing me with well enough. You know, I'm not thirsty at all. He was like, no, you trying to trap other dudes. And I'm like, you should, as dry as my damn DMs are, ain't nobody.
How you gonna trap another dude from that?
I think I don't know. To me, what they mean by that, because you know how like some people be like, I'm single. Like every other post is I'm single, or they doing something for attention. Yeah. So I think they're just generalizing you
into that space.
Yeah, just grouping you into that because there's so many people. It is a thirst trap. Even though you don't mean it like that, but a lot of people do mean it as a thirst trap.
But I don't post things. First of all, you wouldn't know if I was single or not single, if I didn't have, unless you listen to the podcast. I mean, but you wouldn't know. Versus if you looked at you would assume that because there's no man that is posted, but you wouldn't know.
You couldn't say for
sure.
Couldn't
say for sure.
Most women have a man that they're dealing with. Most women.
Not really.
Have a man that they're dealing with on some type of level. Even if it's just talking on the phone, going out to eat every blue moon. I feel like most women have some man, something.
That's there.
Or somebody
even if it ain't
a man.
Even if it's just a friend.
Even if they yeah.
I mean, so like I said, that's not. So I think some people have that assumption that people are single and that you're baiting men, trying to bait. But I might have been sending a subliminal.
Because I talk to people on the phone all the time.
You know, I might have been subliminally sending it to somebody. You know,
wanting somebody
to see it.
Exactly.
Right. So don't assume
that's not somebody. That's
one
exactly.
Somebody. That don't mean that just because I post stuff, and I think that just irritates me. You know, I think. I just get so frustrated with the whole idea of like I can't compliment you. By the way, I want all of our fans to know Mika the shit.
Shut the hell up.
She got a whole fucking fan club.
No.
A whole whole fan club. Last night, Mika made me feel like I was walking with a celebrity.
Girl,
I promise.
It was terrible.
She was taking pictures. She was taking pictures with the crew. They wasn't even from Oklahoma. You would have thought Mika was like some girl off of Love and Hip Hop. And they realized who she was. And they was taking pictures with her because I kept looking at her like, do you know them? And she kept looking at me like, no, I don't know them. So after a while, I'm telling the person I'm standing next to like, okay, Mika got a fan group going on over
and
here.
Just laughing. I was like, your ass left us immediately.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Because I parked the other way.
And I stayed trying to make sure she was good. And then we leave that group and don't get too far up the road before it's another one. I told Mika, hell, from this point on, you got to carry flyers with you. Because if you're going to be having people flocking to you like this, you need to be tell them. So I told them, by the way, we got a podcast. Hey. She's on the podcast.
For real.
I did leave y'all. I hurry up and went home.
Yeah. I didn't even know it was as late as it was, though.
I was tired.
It was like 2:30.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, one of my friends called trying to meet up. He was like, I'm down here. I'm downtown. I'm like, shoot, I'm about to go to bed. I'm almost to my house.
Okay.
Right. Because he came.
So you have 3 minutes.
I know.
I'm almost to my house. At the place you was almost Like you say 3 minutes from where we was at last night. I said, I'm almost to my house.
Right.
Well, he don't know that. He don't know where I live.
He don't know where you live. Okay.
You're like, what that mean?
Yeah, I'm like,
but yeah, she like, I'm
down here. I'm right in front of Pink Parrot. I was like,
he was right there. I was like,
But he came from the club that he was at. And then came down to where we were at.
Yeah. So I think we realized, although Symphony's crowd wasn't that bad last night.
It wasn't.
It wasn't that bad.
You know what? It was better than I thought it would be.
It was.
That's why she hesitated to come. She was thinking to send her ass over there thinking about it. She gonna get on the phone and say, so, I said, are you coming? I said, well... Come on, friend.
No, I was coming.
I thought it was a pretty cool crowd.
It was a pretty cool crowd. I'm going to also say this. I think once we have, like, sometimes we have those moments where we all kind of just sitting there looking at each other.
Yes.
But, like, if we have those moments where we're not just, like, sitting there looking at each other and we, like, bragging and talking and looking at people and pointing people, we have fun no matter who the hell is there.
Exactly.
So I think that we just kind of had one of them moments last night too, which kind of helped too.
Yeah,
so.
right.
The setup was real nice though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was nice.
It's a nice little. It's a nice place.
Because like the few pictures that I saw was only about like 10 to 20 people looked like that was even there.
Yeah.
And so that's what I thought it was going to be like last night. But it was way more people than I thought.
It was.
And it was cool. Like the music was good. People were dancing. Like the vibe was cool.
Eddie Brasco was DJing. I ain't never heard him DJ.
Well,
he DJ Trappy Hour.
He DJ Trappy Hour.
Does he?
Yeah.
Well, clearly I don't pay attention.
Eddie Brasco DJ Trappy Hour.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was cool last night.
Yeah, he do.
I enjoyed it.
Okay. Well, I guess I don't pay attention to the DJ unless I know who the DJ is.
Okay.
So,
But he gets with it. I think he's
he
pretty
does
cool.
good.
Yeah, he does.
He did good last night. So
He did.
we had fun.
It was cool.
So somebody else listened to the podcast told me that I need to watch Waiting to Exhale. I said, I know. He was like, I'm gonna need you to watch Waiting to Exhale. I was like, I know. I mean, I've seen it.
Oh, he listens to the podcast.
He listened to the podcast. Yes.
And told her that.
He told me that today. I was like, that's nice. Yeah, one
Well-
of my friends told me that today.
Yeah, you really do.
I am.
It's okay though.
I am.
I got a lot of good feedback from last week's podcast though.
Oh,
Like
that's
a lot of
what's up.
people were just saying like it was they got a lot of information from it. It's dope. I just think it's so dope that we get like random podcast people like from other states who listen to us and then like comment on stuff. I really needed that this week because I was in a crappy mood like earlier this week. I just was not myself. Every now and then I get to that point, but when he posted, I was like, I needed that.
Right. Y'all
I need to
appreciate
just
that
know,
when people do
like,
that.
you know, y'all listen to us and y'all appreciate us, so thank you for that.
And and it'd be kind of weird though, because even yesterday when I was at the game, lady that used to work with me years ago, she was in the game and she was like, Shrika, come here. And I was like, huh? She was like, how do you listen to the podcast? I want to know how to get to your podcast. So I was like, that's what's up.
Okay, so wait, Mika. We do have to talk about how the fact that we did have someone walk up to us and say, I want to do a podcast, but I don't think I can do a podcast without asking you guys, should I do a podcast?
Yes.
Who did that?
Anthony Crawford. Though I think Proverbs, like, I look up to Proverbs.
Yes.
I do too.
And he asked to be on the show. So we're going to have him on. Yes.
Nice.
He asked us to be on the podcast.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
look
he
up
was
to
like-
him
He's talking
too.
about, I'm serious. I said, we serious too. He's talking about, don't you got to check with the other girls? No, I just
No,
said
we
you can be
good,
on the
right.
podcast. You can be on there.
Yeah, like, I think...
He's talking about, okay, cool. So we're going to have him on here.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think he would be a good person to have on here.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think he got a lot of positive stuff going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a lot. So I
Absolutely.
look up to him. I was like, "Oh, you care about what we think?"
Okay.
I need to finish his book because it's a really good book. I just
Yes.
need to have time to sit down. But
I follow him on Twitter,
I've read quite a bit of it.
and he always like has some of the most enlightening comments, and he'll
Yeah.
say things that make me just be like, "Oh my gosh, like that's deep." Like, and so I repost a lot of his stuff.
Right.
So yeah, shout out to Proverbs. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna bring him on.
We are.
Y'all can't wait.
So yeah.
Yes.
So today's topic is man bashing.
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun.
I know.
Hold on,
Okay.
it may actually be okay because we don't have a man on here to talk about man bashing.
Exactly.
with.
He probably be like,
Women be mashing
All the
men
time.
all the time.
So I think the misconception is that only bitter women bash men.
I think the misconception is that all women bash men.
Yeah, that's the misconception. That all women, because all women don't.
All
bash
women
men.
don't, but I feel like people think they're bitter. Like you bashing because you bitter. He hurt you, you bitter. You
Yeah,
mad, you angry.
who broke your heart?
Yeah, who broke? That's the big thing.
Who
When
broke your heart?
When you start posting about a man, they always say that who broke your heart,
broke
which
your
means
heart?
what? That you bitter.
You bitter.
Right.
Nigga, I ain't bitter.
Why somebody had to break my heart for me to say how I feel?
Right. For you
That's
to
just
think-
how. That's just how I feel.
So I can say to you that I don't particularly like man bash. I will on an individual basis, but I am quick to throw a niggas ain't shit out there.
and that's not necessarily true.
Niggas.
Well,
I think there's a difference.
Okay.
When I say niggas ain't shit, so like if we having a conversation and one of us talking about a situation and it be some fuck shit, and then we get to that point and I be like, see, niggas ain't shit.
Yeah.
That's my because in that situation, you're not being a man.
That's probably true.
Now, maybe it can be isolated to that situation that you just was a not shit nigga in that space.
In that space, exactly.
Like,
And that's
it don't mean that you ain't a not
Exactly.
shit nigga all the way around.
What
It just
does
means.
man bashing mean though? Like what is the definition?
So can it be okay? So can it be all encompassing of several different things? So can it be like in relationships, if we talk about on a spectrum of men in the world, like when we say men ain't shit or men aren't because think about how men treat women overall in the world. Think about a woman's position to a man. If we go from that and we bring it back to our culture, think about how black men treat black women sometimes. Yeah. And can you say that it could be a systematic thing? Like it can be one of those spaces where systematically men ain't shit?
I don't know. I just look at man bashing as like an individual talking about a group of men, kind of like grouping men in one category. All men ain't shit. All men cheat. All men are dogs. All men this. All men that. That's kind of how I look at man bashing. It's like when you, instead of like taking the individual, you just grouping everybody and you just judging everybody.
Yeah, and that probably is a bitter ass woman that's doing that.
Yeah,
you know.
But I think I don't particularly. Okay, so man bashing to me in spaces like I said, I will throw out a niggas ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit. If you give me some fuck shit, I'll be like, niggas ain't shit. In that space, you ain't shit. You wasn't shit.
But niggas
for whatever
are not all
was.
Men, and I think some people refer to niggas as all men,
and that's not true.
And you're not talking about all men. You're talking about people who truly act like some damn niggas.
Right,
for real.
Like at that point, and even then, like I said, you may not be a horrible bad man, but in that space, you wasn't shit. And so I was referencing that space and what you was doing in that space. But I also think that some women think it to be okay to belittle men. And I think when I start thinking about man bashing, I think of like literally belittling a man to the point that he has no self-esteem, that he's literally like, you come home and you ain't shit, you ain't, I'll look at you. You can't even do this or you can't even do that. You ain't shit. One of the scenes that always comes to my mind is, y'all remember Poetic Justice?
On which part?
When the girl is telling her boyfriend, so she was like, "You can't never get it up. You can't never keep it."
The dark skinned one. What's his name? Tori.
Joe Torre.
It's
Regina. It's what's her name?
Regina King.
Regina King.
Telling Joe Torre.
Yeah, she like, you ain't shit. You can't never even get it up. That's why I'm fucking somebody else. Blah blah blah. But it's women that literally talk to men on a regular basis, just like that.
No, I believe that. I believe that.
And when I think of man bashing, I think of that space. Like when everything you say to him or every other sentence is, you ain't shit.
But why is he there though? Like why is he allowing somebody to talk to him like that?
Go, well, same thing with a woman. You know what I'm saying? Men belittle women and they don't go nowhere.
So my space with that is this. Men choose women. Women are chosen. Now, you may stop and buy a drink for a man to get his attention, but at the end of the day, decision, not saying.
You said what?
She said not me.
What you said?
I said you might go to a man and buy him a drink, to get his attention. Yeah. Some women do that. I'm just saying, But at the end of the day, a man chooses you and you choose back, whereas men choose women. So I struggle with that idea of men sticking with women that aren't worth shit, that mistreat them. And I get that it's a self-esteem thing too.
Yeah, and it's something about them that don't see anything wrong with it. Everybody else around them sees something wrong with it, but it's that man or that woman or whatever don't see anything wrong with it.
Take his whole manhood.
Yeah, because you're right. It is. It is women who belittle men and you ain't shit. You can't get nothing right. You can't like all of that. I don't like that.
I don't either.
And I find a problem with that. But if he in it, how much of a problem can I have with it?
Right.
Yeah.
So
I find a problem with it. I don't even know why. Why would you even be with him? If he ain't shit, he ain't never gonna amount to shit. He's sorry to the motherfucker. He a dog. Why is you with him?
It could be a childhood thing though. Maybe his mama talked to him like that.
Or maybe her mom talked to her dad like that. So
and
then
she thinks
it's okay.
Right.
So I think sometimes it is generational that we are extending down to the generations of kids, things, and that's why you have to be careful the things you do in front of your kids, and the way you talk to people around your kids. Because I do think that sometimes we have, in our culture, we have a culture of women who think it to be okay. It's just like you think it's okay to be in a relationship that's toxic as shit because the only time, like I was telling somebody that the other day, like I didn't realize that difficulty and struggle was not like, that's not love. Like, I thought, like, oh, you know, not necessarily that it has to be, like, if it's created. I just thought it's hard, but it's supposed to be hard. You're supposed to find a way to work through it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Like, it happens.
Like, it happens.
It's the norm.
Right.
But if we struggling all the time and shit is difficult all the time and we got more downs and we got ups, I don't know about that.
But you're right. Some people, it is a psychological thing. Some people do
Yes.
view that as, we gonna get through this. Like,
Exactly.
now I don't want to say a power couple, but I don't know. Like, we done
Some
made it
people
through the
do.
fire. We done did this and that because
But
we
what
done
if
been
he
through.
didn't? Yeah. What if he didn't cheated or she didn't cheated 50 times and y'all still
That's
like
dumb to me.
coming together like I just feel like we meant to be together, girl. Y'all know.
My mindset is if it's too hard, it's not meant to be.
Hell
if
no.
I gotta keep working at it, it's not meant to be. To me, it's supposed to be easy, and then we're supposed to have challenges here and there. That's my
Exactly.
mindset. It's not supposed to be hard all the time and then easy every now and then.
Hell
Right.
When you in a good mood or when I'm in a good mood.
Right.
Or
Yeah.
no, but if
But I
gotta
have to
constantly
mature into that.
No,
Because
I ain't
when
never been
like I
like
said,
that. I don't
not
like-
necessarily like it was always drama, but it's just like, I don't know, like it just, if it was hard, I didn't feel like, oh, it's hard, leave it alone. I just felt like, oh, it's hard, but it's okay because we're going to work through this and we're going to get through this. I didn't necessarily, not, let me create hard. Some people are creating shit.
Hell yeah, they are.
I wasn't creating hard, but it was hard, and I just never, in my mind, thought, oh, just leave this shit alone because it's hard. Like, I think about, like, the challenges I had with Anaya's dad. Like, and that was a challenge, but I thought, oh, well, we have this baby together. We're supposed to still try to figure this out. And that shit was probably one of the hardest damn relationships I ever had. And it was just one time I was just like, I don't think this is supposed to be like that. Nobody ever said, it ain't supposed to be like that. That's not normal. Like, this isn't supposed to work like this. But it was just something clicked in me. It was like, I don't really like doing this. Like, I don't want to have to do this all the time.
Because it's mentally draining.
Yeah,
that's why.
yes.
Like at first you're like, oh, he loved me, and then like the whole makeup thing is kind of like cool or whatever. Like when y'all mad at each other, y'all make up.
But if we make it up about 15 times a month,
eventually that shit is
Girl,
gonna get
every
old.
week,
it's gonna get
every
old.
other day, nigga, we making up.
It's old. It's
I mean, because it was stuff. I remember like times where like he would like just show up at my job, like, and that was just kind of the norm. Like we would get into it. I would be at work because at that time we didn't have like cell phones, So I would be at work and he would come through my line, and then that would be our way of like making up, or like. But it was almost like something every week. And I don't remember ever thinking like, oh, it's not supposed to be like this. Like, I don't think that we teach our kids, like, that's not a relationship. Like, this is not a healthy relationship. It's toxic. And a lot of people are sitting in relationships like that simply because they think it's normal.
And their kids see it, and their kids think that's the norm.
Yeah.
So, no,
Just
I
walk.
don't. I
just walk in the house. Your daddy ain't shit.
Yeah.
what my mama said.
Your daddy ain't shit. And you just like your daddy, and you ain't
just
gonna
like,
be shit either.
Yeah, that's
there's some women
you
who walk
already
around
get
like that.
your son's mindset. Especially if you got a little boy or even a little girl, you hear that shit, you gonna walk around and be like, shit, these niggas ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
These niggas ain't shit. You
I
know?
was reading my son's text messages the other day. I just happened to have his phone, and he was asking this girl to be his girlfriend, and she was like, "No, I don't think my guardians would like that." She didn't say her parents; she just said her guardians, and he was like, "That's cool. We can keep it a secret. We don't have to tell them." So I guess the girl told somebody else didn't keep it a secret, and he was like, "You lied." He was like, "You told such and such," and she was like, no, yeah, like going back and forth. He was like, "That's cool. Keep that same energy." That's what he said in the text message.
Oh, keep that same energy.
Keep that same energy. And he was like, "Don't talk to me." And she was like, "No, don't do me like that." But he was like, it was like at first he was so like in love, and then he just turned
That was
asshole.
you, right?
Yeah.
It was you. I couldn't wait till she said, I was like, that's you. That's you.
That is me.
Keep
yeah.
that same energy.
Yeah,
You
keep
heard
that
me,
same
and
energy.
I'm good.
But Greg was just so funny when he said that. Keep that same energy.
Well,
And so you are right. Like, you do have to be careful how you raise your sons.
You do.
Yeah.
Because like
And,
they
like,
gonna
what
be
they
like
say.
straight to like, nigga, idiot, you gonna be right or you ain't.
Yep.
That's my kid.
Yep.
You gonna be right, you gonna be on this straight and narrow, or you ain't. Like you ain't getting on this boat ride. Like I'm good. Like,
So is pointing out a man who is a fuckboy man bashing?
I don't think so.
I don't
So let's
think
define
so.
what is a fuckboy? Because y'all, we hear that we all say that, like all these fuckboys, they out here doing fuckboy shit. Like we use that term, but what is a fuckboy? For those that might be listening, they're like, what is that?
You know, I don't even know the full definition of a fuckboy.
Do they got a definition of a fuckboy?
Well, let's look. It's probably in the Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, it probably is.
I bet it is.
Because I wonder, what would be the main definition of like a fuckboy?
I don't, because normally, like, when you can, like, to me, when they say you on fuckboy shit, it's like you just on bullshit.
You on some old bullshit.
To me, that's how I view that, but exactly what is it? On bullshit and, like,
so they say a weak or contemptible man, a man who has many sex partners. That sounds like somebody. So, fuckboy, asshole boy who is into strictly sexual relationships. He will lead a girl on and let her down, then apologize only to ask for pics once the girl has welcomed him back into her trust.
Is it several definitions?
A boy who plays with girls' feelings and doesn't really like them and would say anything to a girl once a girl wants to hear to have sex with them or to get something they want. That sounds more like it.
That last one sounds more like it.
Okay, read it one more time.
Yeah. So a boy who plays with girls' feelings and doesn't really like them, and who would say anything to get what he wants.
That's
a fuckboy. That's what I would say a fuckboy is.
I would agree with that.
Because you just telling me you feed me bullshit.
Yeah, because you on bullshit.
Yeah.
So,
and 9 times out of 10, you probably got other women you tell them the same shit to. You just feeding all of us the same type of bullshit.
Right.
You really don't want to be,
So back to the question is telling a fuckboy how they are, is it man bashing? And to me, the answer is no.
Because he on some bullshit anyway.
He on bullshit, so you telling him about himself. So how are you man bashing?
Right.
Maybe if you got on social media,
that would be man bashing.
You might be man bashing because you're a little bitter.
Exactly.
No, I don't think you would be bitter. I think so. I think you can cop because I think it.
You are bitter.
I wouldn't.
Ain't nothing wrong with it though.
I wouldn't
it's valid.
necessarily go. Yeah, it's valid information.
It's valid.
I don't think you're bitter because you go to Facebook. I think that some of us have different outlets. I tend to have a little more class. I'm not going to take my fuckboy situations to Facebook, social media. Not in the form of calling out your name. I have been known to screenshot shit and say this shit is fuckboy shit. Post it on my Instagram and go on. I put no names.
I wouldn't do that.
I don't do that either.
I wouldn't do that.
It depends on what it is. It depends on who it is. It depends on what the scenario is. I have done that.
I don't really post subliminals though. Every now and then I have.
Well, that's not a subliminal because I don't give a damn if you see it or don't see it.
But
it's
really directed towards.
Not necessarily because it's directed to my audience
towards
to see
that person.
Fuckboy shit.
Yeah.
Here's
and him
as
too.
my audience. Well, no, because he doesn't. I don't know that most times if I do it, you don't necessarily. Follow
Well, a
me
lot
on.
of times when people post subliminals, they're still
Somebody
Facebook friends.
So, like example,
and send it to that person.
The shit that old boy was doing that was like cussing me out and that whole shenanigans thing. I did screenshot a little bit, but he doesn't follow me on Instagram. But the guy that we used to work with.
Oh, okay.
I did screenshot some of that shit and say this is fuckboy shit. Like, because it was pathetic. And it wasn't really the, what's the name, but it was the over and over and over and over phone calls.
Right.
I screenshot that shit and put it on Instagram. He don't follow me on Instagram, though. So he wouldn't know, and nobody would know that it was him I was talking about. Yeah. They just would know. So I am good for that. I don't do like a subliminal, like, oh, this nigga, da-da-da-da. Now, if you follow me, I'm not going to do you like that. Even though sometimes I want to, I won't. But if you don't follow me, I will choose the outlet in which you don't follow me on.
So you saying you ain't never done a subliminal to your regular dick appointment?
Not on my Instagram.
Oh, okay.
No. I would never do that to him.
I mean, you know. Not this week.
Troy.
Not this week.
Not in the last, like, I ain't said nothing.
No,
I have not. It has been a while.
Savannah.
It's been a while since I said.
No, who was it? Who was it? Who was you?
It's Robin. Hold on, but it's been. When was the last time I was like, I'm not fucking with that shit? It's probably been about a month now, y'all. Was it a month ago? Yeah,
it's been actually a little minute now.
It's been about it ain't been a minute.
It ain't been a minute. It seemed like it's been a while since
the last day you told me was when we recorded with the lady.
That was in June.
A month ago. Yeah.
No, that was in June.
Okay.
Where was I?
You were not here. You didn't make it because you were in Texas and you was visiting your dad. And,
okay. Gotcha.
No, that was in June.
It was in June? Okay.
That was
you
in
good.
June.
We're at the end of August.
Go on then, girl.
No.
Was it June?
It was.
It don't even seem like that long.
It don't seem like that long.
It was the dinner.
No. I thought we took a break in June.
We didn't know, but
we had already
recorded.
scheduled her.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Yeah. It's the dinner.
It was with dinner.
It was the dinner.
Oh, that's what did it. The dinner was good.
So the dinner still have her on a high.
The dinner do still got on a high. What did you eat?
Well, the dinner and the sex and the...
What did you eat, girl? What was cooked? What was
Girl,
prepared?
I had salmon and potato casserole.
Look, she playing her hair and she telling the story.
And broccoli. And it was good. And the vibe was great. The environment was great. Y'all know I'm like a sucker for like things that come from the heart. So
It still got you smiling?
it does.
That's what's up.
So,
That's what's up.
So back on topic.
so by the way, I've never subliminaled him. Not on a negative thing. Now, like I said, I probably have like in some like, if I was talking about like my heart or something like that, I've actually screenshotted and like thanked him.
So this kind of goes into the next one about the website, the Sis Is This Your Man website. Because you just said like, I mean, because that's kind of like putting a guy out there like that don't necessarily, where they can't really see it, but other people can see it.
Yes. Oh, like the subliminal shit?
Yeah.
Now,
well, that ain't really subliminal.
No,
That's
it's not.
Hell no.
That's calling
So
people
how would
out.
you feel like, so I have mixed feelings about shit like that.
So let's explain what we're talking about first.
So the Sis Is This Your Man? So
there is a group where basically
on Facebook,
which is called, and it's actually on Snapchat also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's, Sis Is This Your Man, and they post pictures of the man, and women come up under comment or whatever the case may be. It may be your man, it may be somebody you fucking with, and I don't know. I don't agree with that. I just think I don't.
It goes. I mean, I don't agree with it either. And it's usually like when the females do it, the men come right behind them and
They
do it too.
Because the men got one too, bro. Yeah. This your vote, but I don't.
Yeah, because I remember. I think like I don't know if it was a year ago or some months ago or whatever, but I asked somebody because they were talking about it on Facebook, and I asked somebody to send me the video, and they sent me the video with all the men or whatever. Too. And this one guy was like, he done slept with some dudes off in the group, like all of that. And then the female video came out, but I didn't know any of the females in the video. Yeah. But my thing is, you send these dudes your pictures, which you probably shouldn't, but you send these dudes your pictures, trusting that your pictures are going to stay with them, and then. They turn around.
It's the same for them, though. They send you pictures. Now,
well,
the problem is they sending dick pics to everybody.
That's the thing. I think that's the. I don't
think women send, and I don't know. I'm not saying like leaning more towards it. I think men send more.
I think it depends on the kind of woman.
Women feel like before you start sending like fucking naked pictures and pussy. You know what I'm saying? You trust in that man.
Exactly.
It depends.
You putting your trust.
I think it depends on the woman. I think it depends on the woman. I think that there are some women who may be out here sending unsolicited nudes to people, but I get it. And then you get unsolicited dick pics. First of all, no woman wants a picture of your dick unless I ask you. And most times I ain't gonna ask you.
Hell no.
For a picture of your dick.
Please
it's not
ever.
It's nothing about it is flattering.
That's what I'm saying. Most women don't even want that
at all.
Yeah, you don't even want that.
Like
so.
And then you sending it, and if you sent it to me and it was unsolicited, then I then believe that you sent it to other women unsolicited. So who all in the greater in the United States got your unsolicited dick pictures?
Yeah.
So it was crazy because I remember this dude sent me some pictures. He was trying to talk to me on Facebook. He was in my inbox and he was trying to talk to me. And the conversation didn't really go far. But then he sent me pictures of his body or whatever. I think he had on like some boxes or something, but it was like real cut, real low.
Yeah.
So then, not too long after that, which that conversation didn't go nowhere because I was not interested. Then he tried to talk to another one of our friends. Sent her the same exact picture.
Shut up.
The same exact picture.
So this nigga's for everybody.
He for everybody.
So I don't think men understand how attractive that is.
Had a woman, why you in my inbox, I don't know. But had a woman, and then you sending me pictures of your body, and you turn around and send the same picture to somebody else who is in my friend group.
But let me tell you what I've learned, what I've been told before. Men only do what works for them. Even if it don't work on you,
it's gonna work on somebody.
It's gonna work on somebody.
That is the truth.
So men only do what has worked for them. So when we talk about like the behaviors that we see, like men sending dick pics or like men sending out unsolicited this and that, it may not work for me.
Exactly.
But you may be able to send it to 5 more girls, and in that 5 more girls, somebody
it's working.
You're gonna get at least one.
At least one of them gonna be like, oh, okay, let me try it.
Yeah.
And so I think that that's the problem is, and I was like, okay, so then that became one of those things. Are we creating like fuckboy shit? When we talk about fuckboys, are we sometimes creating fuckboys?
Sometimes women is. Hell yeah.
Are some women responsible for what a fuckboy is?
A lot of women are responsible because you allow it, and they feel like because it worked with you, it's gonna work with this one, and it's gonna work with this one, and it do work with a lot of women. But then you're gonna run across the women that shit is not gonna work,
and then she gonna post you on sis. Is this your man?
Is this your man?
Right.
She gonna post you on her because she like nigga.
Right.
Like
so
you done told her all kind of shit. You done fed her all these dreams, and you got a whole nother life. You got a whole nother life somewhere.
Right.
And she didn't put on there, sis, is this your man?
So could it be that, or maybe she's known you had a whole nother life?
Now I see somebody on there that did.
Now she's trying to fuck up your life.
And that part is
I seen somebody on there that did though. Knew this man been with this woman forever, but they been messing with him forever. And posted him on there. But how can you get mad about that though? You know what I'm saying? Can you honestly get mad? Like if you know he got a whole family and you mess with him for 10 years, you hear me? Like you didn't mess with him. He been in this relationship 15 years with this woman and you didn't been in his life 10 of them. Like can you actually get mad and be like, sis, is this your man?
You can't get mad at that because you put yourself in that position.
No.
So what are you mad at?
But I think a lot of women do that. And so that's why I say I'm conflicted in that space because for me, I'm like, well, it's funny, you know, of course, to go and see the shit and see what it is. But is it women who truly are like, look, I didn't know he had a family, you know, and I'm just trying to expose the fact that this, that, and the other. We've talked about that before about the fact that I probably wouldn't go to those extents to expose you. I would just leave you the fuck alone.
Exactly.
Or are you a woman who's trying to break up what he has so that because you feel like you'll gain something out of it? So that's why I say that I'm conflicted in that. I think we live in an era where everybody thinks everything is for social media, and I think some things just aren't for social media. And you post, sis, is this your man? And she come back and say, yes, thank you, and go on, you're going to be pissed. Okay. If your intention
it was to break something up.
to break something up. Thank you.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you.
You had a little picture with
like
the
dog, like the dogs where people go get that. Ma'am, is this your dog? It is. You come on, Scruffy. Come on, Gizmo. Get in the house. Come on, Tony.
Thank you for bringing him home.
Thank you for bringing him home. Come on, Tony.
He strays away. He strays away sometimes. You heard me? Thank you for bringing him in. Sometimes you have to bring him back to where he belongs.
Come on, Tony. Thank you for coming. Thank you, ma'am, for bringing him home. Okay. You know, we've been looking for him for a couple hours.
So serious question though. Do y'all think that when a woman do that on sis, how many relationships do you think end behind that? Or do you think the woman usually just stay because, you know, I think some men be like, oh, she hating or he jealous or whatever the case is. But how many do you think
fucked with her? She just women that's stupid because I bet 9 times out of 10 and women already know.
Well, how stupid is she? Because I think sometimes what may end up happening is he turn up the finesse. Shit, if you turn up the finesse on her ass.
They all do that.
Right.
Yeah. When they mess up, of course they turn that up.
I mean, some women are just suckers for the finesse. Like, you turn up the finesse on her ass, you know, maybe he not like, oh, they just hating on us. Or maybe he is, oh, they just hating on us, you know, but I really love you. And he turn up the finesse, hell. What if she truly believes that he love her?
Or what if
But how many times have you fucking did it? That's more probably the question.
Yeah. I think it depends on who it comes from.
Because some of those guys have been on there multiple times. But the question is, I mean, is it a new photo or is it an old photo? And the same bitter woman that's still bitter. Is continuously posting you on every available site that she can because she's still mad.
Still hurt.
Right.
And we ended 5 years ago.
Right.
Girl, get the fuck over it.
He didn't move down with his life. You still over here sad and bitter, and every time a sis is this your man, you gonna post him. Knowing the shit is old.
Right.
Old as shit.
So that's my question. I'm just curious at how many actually break up.
I think social media break up a lot of relationships. But I just think like I don't know, because you imagine being invited to that group and all of a sudden your man's pic come up.
Like, bitch, that shit would be so fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, it would be embarrassing.
Like, that shit is like everybody knowing, they'd be like, oh, that's so-and-so's man.
I'm childish. I would screenshot that shit, send it to him, and be like, oh, so you a hoe.
You for
I
everybody.
would too.
You out here for everybody.
You out here for everybody, you hear me? And I'm good.
And I would be so embarrassed.
But what if he tell you that that's before y'all even got together, though?
Then I'm going to have to dig a little deeper.
I mean, you got to dig into it. I don't think that you could just go off of because it's on that website. We call our PI Dante.
So can you, Dante, can you Google this?
Right.
Google this shit and see if this shit is true.
Y'all know I love Google.
Yeah. Dante be the came back with listen. From public records, it looks like
he got a house.
It looks like he bought a house with a 10 years ago.
It cost. They bought it for $80,000, and he bought it. What you said the girl's name was?
No, I've done that. This dude, he was lying, and I felt like he had a woman, but his woman worked nights. And I remember he posted a picture on Facebook outside of this house, and the windows of the house was very specific.
She looked up the damn house.
I looked up the house on the county assessor website. It was under her name, and it was, of course, it was the same house that you taking this. I mean, I don't know that he was taking a picture of this woman that supposedly you wasn't even messing with no more. But this is the new picture that you posted.
Exactly. But she should be like, it cost. They bought it for this amount. It has this many square feet.
That he had.
And this right.
Shut up, y'all.
Hold on. And this is, and hold on. Let me tell you, because this is
got child support found on a nigga by another woman. And
girl, he got a BPO too.
Yeah,
damn.
She gonna find it all.
She gonna find it all for us.
But hopefully, because that shit would, I could imagine like pulling it up, and all of a sudden you go in the comments, be like, bitch, my homegirl fuck with him too. Like, what kind of shit the fuck?
Right.
Girl, that shit would hurt.
That would hurt.
Yeah.
I probably would no longer be on social media.
Yeah.
I would have to
because you know motherfuckers tagging
yourself
you. Motherfuckers that tagged you, that invited you to the room and tagged you under the post. Because you know motherfuckers is just like that.
They say that's social media bullying.
You think it is?
Tagging people under shit?
Like that whole posting stuff and sis, this your man?
Yeah.
It's like social media bullying and people commenting on it and laughing about it. Like,
that can't be I guess it could be
I think that's a form of bullying, of social media bullying.
Girl, but they said the girl that created, I told y'all, the one that created the one in Oklahoma started getting death threats. Men was sending her death threats behind it. But like, nigga, you cheating.
Well, maybe. Some of them were exposed for being gay. I don't even think it was, I would say being exposed for being gay is more serious than just being exposed for cheating. Like a down low dude, I think them probably was the ones
they should be exposed, though.
They should be. I do agree with that.
I don't give a fuck about that.
I do agree with that.
If you down low,
I think that there is a way to do everything, and I don't know that because you can force a person into suicide and some more shit. We don't know why you down low. I don't think that posting people, because you can ruin somebody's entire life. I'm just not an advocate of ruining people's life. Now, I do think that he's wrong for doing what he's doing.
Hell yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But I just don't believe in like ruining his life as a way.
I understand that, but if he's like some manly man living, got a wife, 3 kids, and you know that he fucking another dude,
so then call her. Send her a message directly.
Yeah, that'd probably be better.
No, I'm not even
write a letter and take some pictures. Don't post that shit on social media.
No, if he has a whole family, no, I definitely don't agree with that. I'm talking about a fuck dude that's around here messing with this woman.
Oh yeah,
and you don't, and he doing men too at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Then in that case, you can't contact everybody he messed with because you don't know. So in that case, I don't see nothing wrong. Yeah, it's wrong, but what he's doing is wrong as well. Right. So in that case, I don't really see nothing wrong with you posting him on social media. You like, girl, did you see such and such? I heard he was. Yeah, but if it's somebody's husband, hell no, don't post him on there. You contact his wife or whatever you're gonna do with that, and then
don't be messy.
Right.
Yeah, don't be messy about it. But yeah, if it's a dude a thirsty dude,
still struggle. I guess, like I said, I still struggle with just because we have so much mental health and people killing themselves, and I would hate to be like the person who facilitated like somebody taking their life because I was pissed off or mad because I found out he was doing something, or I just, is there any other way that you can do this without like forcing someone into that space? Like, I don't want to force you into that space. I don't want to be the catalyst to that. And I don't want any of our listeners to be the catalyst to that.
Like, even if you have to go on something and post something on sis, is this your man? If you have to post it, ain't you already leery about that relationship anyway? Like, why be in it? If I gotta actually think that I gotta show this picture of you in this group to say, is this your man? It's already an issue right there and there. Well, so you gotta know something wrong.
With the thing with social media, people know when people are in relationships a lot of times anyway. I just think that a lot of people just being messy.
Just being messy.
You just being messy. So you know this is her man. But you just want to be messy because he in your inbox and he messing with you, he done pissed you off or whatever, and you just want to post him because
So do you think like sites like that could be considered man bashing?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Like probably in its finest form.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. In its finest.
In its finest form. Like you are literally, because think about it. Like, I mean, so if I post some man in here and about 15 different women come up and everybody like, girl, yeah, he ain't shit. He for everybody. And girl, yeah, because he was fucking with my cousin last week. And he was messing with da-da-da-da-da. But if he's a single man.
I don't think nothing's wrong with it.
If he fucking, and he fucking half Oklahoma City and he's a single man and he's not down low. Hell, he's single.
He can do what the fuck he want to do.
He can do what the fuck he want to do with his dick.
He can do what he want to do.
Yes.
But I think that men need to be upfront with women, too, at the same time.
But
I think some men, I don't know that you have to. Right.
Why would I have to tell you? If I'm single...
No, what I mean by that is don't be giving her false hopes or false dreams. I'm only messing with you.
No, what if he ain't?
But if he not, if you know that this is what he do, then no, you can't be mad.
What if he can't? He tells you up front that he don't want no woman. Okay. And y'all just fuck it.
Then he could do what he
Y'all might go out to the movie sometime. I don't think he has to tell you.
What ends up happening in a lot of spaces is we assume to think that he's telling her something. And a lot of times, I think what the issue is he ain't telling her what she wants to hear.
Or he ain't telling her nothing at all, and she feel like he coming over, and he must be feeling me, he must be this and that, and
he didn't take you for a couple dinners.
Right.
Well, see, and the other part is, I was listening to something that said, like, women are so used to men being fuckboys and mistreating them and dogging them out, that when they get a man who's not necessarily looking for a committed relationship, but don't dog you out, then they don't know how. It's still the same scenario. Like, I still don't want to be your man.
Exactly.
I'm just not dogging you out because I've been taught better.
You heard me? And you just good company.
And you're good company, and I like being around you. I enjoy being around you.
But I don't want to be your man.
I don't want to be your man. And so, yeah, I mean, we go to eat, we hang out, we watch movies. I have never given you the indication that I want to be your man outside of the fact I'm just a good friend and we fuck.
Okay.
Right. Like,
and what's wrong with that?
And I think sometimes women feel like a man has to dog her out or like blatantly tell her to her face, like, I don't want to fucking be with you.
Exactly.
In order to be justified in the fact that he's single and fucking other people. You know what I'm saying? But I think that also it's okay for, like, we should be okay. If you're going to be in those situations, then you need to, if you don't understand what it is or you're not sure what it is, you need to ask all questions. There is no such thing as a dumb question.
But be ready
be ready for your answer.
Right.
And if he gives you the answer and says, I don't really want to be with you, but I enjoy your company, I like being around you, and he treats you nice, then I mean, take that and be okay with it.
Or don't be okay.
Or don't be okay with it moving around.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't going to be okay with him messing with other people, just move around. And then don't start posting him on the sisters, it's your man.
Right. So when you want to, or don't go comment on a post that some other bitter bitch posted.
Exactly.
And sisters, this your man.
Yeah.
And you comment, girl, yeah, because he was at my house the other day or last night or something.
But if he's single, technically he can be.
He can be wherever he want to be.
Your house today,
her house
early
tomorrow.
This morning. And your house maybe later on the night.
Yeah.
He's single.
He's single. He can do what he want to do. He ain't committed to none of y'all.
Hell no.
No.
Why y'all on here looking
That's just like the women that but that's just like the women the men that's posting these women. If these women are single, shit, same thing.
But you know what? Men try to, like, put women in a box of, like, you can't be that woman. Like, I don't know. I done told y'all on several occasions, like, I get mad at me. I can't stand men who get in their feelings.
Hell no. Hell no.
Like, it's one thing to be emotional.
I don't know why every time we say feelings, I see that one face that pops up in my head. I don't know why.
He definitely was in his feelings.
Oh my God.
Like,
I cracked up that night. I just got to look over and be like,
that was so funny. Oh my God.
I'm not fond of a man who gets into his feelings that I have not expressed. Like, why are you in your feelings? Like,
why?
I made no conversation. Matter of fact, I decline your calls more than I take your calls. I might text you back, may not text you back.
Okay.
When you DM me on Instagram or Facebook, I send you a smiley face emoji. I don't even give you much of a conversation, and now you in your feelings? What the fuck you in your feelings for?
Please get out of them. Please.
It's crazy.
So, yeah. Next question. Are we repeating the trend? So, like with our parents and grandparents. Because think about that. Some of our grandparents wasn't shit.
Mine wasn't. My grandpa.
Some of our grandpas wasn't shit.
My grandpa wasn't. He actually had a whole life. Like, he had my grandma married and then had a whole woman. Like, he used to take my mom and him over there. Like, a whole woman. Like, over there. Like, he actually had a relationship with her for umpteen years and they both knew. Like, but a lot of, let's keep it real, a lot of grandparents, like grandpas, did that, took care of two families.
Okay, so did they do that because a lot of the women did not work and provide? So it's kind of like
Probably.
What can you say?
But is that a justification for having two families simply
women
because
just more
you didn't
independent now?
Is that because you didn't work? Like, then that's okay for you to make vows to me, say have kids with me, and then cheat on me for the rest of my life?
No, they don't validate it, but I think it was more of a reason because women really couldn't get out there and get it.
Yeah, like where are you gonna go? What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of men probably had that mindset. Like, where you gonna go? I take care of you. I pay the bills.
Yeah.
Where you gonna go?
Nigga, you got 6 kids. Because back then they had
a bunch of
babies after baby.
You look up how many kids your grandma got? Your grandpa?
17.
17
so
kids.
where was she gonna go?
But she couldn't go nowhere.
You got how many kids?
Baby, after she got to past 4, hell, she was stretching. She could do after that.
Right, and a lot of men back then just put babies in them. So where are you going to go? But I think now women are like, we tying our tongues.
You heard me?
You ain't about to keep knocking me up.
Not at all.
And I'm going to make my own money. I'm about to go get my own place and pay my own bills. You're not about to tell me shit
if you want to.
And you're not about to treat me like shit. And so I think, to me, that's the difference.
Okay,
I think
so
it is.
I know that's the difference, but I think that then comes into that, like, women bashing men thing. Like, I can get my own, so shit, I don't need you. Like, and I think that's where we get into this space where we haven't found a balance of having our own.
Okay, wait.
So
I think that's where men bash women. Because just because you're independent and you got your own, they automatically assume, oh, she don't need no man because she paying her own bills and that. And I think that single women who pay their own bills, got it going on, or whatever the case is, I think we get grouped into a category of not needing a man when we do need a man, or of not being submissive or whatever because we're able to pay our own bills.
Or we got a voice.
Yeah.
Right.
Or because I have an issue with what you're doing. Just because I'm not sitting here with my mouth closed, that don't mean that I'm combative or whatever. It just means that, hell, I got a voice.
Right. That I know that I speak up for myself.
Exactly.
You can't just run me over.
Yeah. So I think that I just think that men bash women who's single or been single for a long time
and doing
or whatever, and just doing their thing or not settling for any other thing.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh, well, she must be single because of this or that, you know?
Right.
So,
well, I mean, yeah, I would say it's a repeating trend because in my family, my grandpa has had a whole nother one for umpteenth years, and we all knew about it or whatever. And then my biological father had 4 kids in 1 year.
Oh shit!
So like literally, like,
was he a fuck boy?
He was fuck boy. Girl, he was hopping from one bed to the next bed to the next bed. Girl, they was fighting each other and shit. Crazy shit.
Crazy.
Like, yeah, doing too much.
So men have been fuck boys for a while, quite some time.
For a
Probably
while.
goes way back.
I
mean, but cheating and all that stuff, I mean, that's just...
But it's normalized amongst men to be like, to need more than one woman. Or...
Exactly. And you don't think, I'm sort of think it's going to be, it's kind of normalized for women now to kind of be out there. Women just don't get caught as much, you know.
Or maybe it's normalized, like, to where, like, are we really meant to be with one person our entire life?
Is that, this thing is really? That's the question. Like, you don't think so, Dante?
I mean, I don't know.
I think that it depends. I think it's a mindset. I believe that I think that I was created to be with one person for the rest of my life. I just don't know I don't know that I have met that one person. Does
But
that
see,
make
I'm wondering,
sense?
like, if you would have had that. I mean, I get, like, say you met that one person when you were 18 or 17, and like the age we are now. I wonder, like, if you would still have that mindset.
If I met that one person then,
Like way back then, like if, like, would you not get curious?
Like if all you ever did was have sex with one person?
I'm just saying being,
I'm just saying
being with one person.
You married him at 18. Nigga, you in your 30s now.
So I do believe that you should, as women, I do believe that you should date multiple people and learn things from them and figure out, like, what you like, don't like, what works, doesn't work. I think that we don't really teach our girls to do that.
Well, I agree with that, but unfortunately, it's frowned upon.
Right, it is
because you're looking like a hoe. If you,
but no, don't. And I'm not saying sleep with.
No, I know that, but it's perception is everything. Yeah. So if people see you out here with this person and see you out here with this person this night, and I'm out here with this person another night with them. Well, she was just with this one the other night, and they automatically assume that you're sleeping with everybody.
So maybe spread them out a little bit. You don't have to. You don't take them to all the same place,
but you don't have to.
Yeah, I've done that.
Don't take them to the same places. But
I didn't see an issue with it because
it ain't like, you're single.
Like I'm single. Number one, number two, I ain't sleeping with neither one of them, and I have gone on probably dates with 4 different people in a week.
Yeah,
just because.
And it ain't nothing wrong with it.
It ain't nothing wrong with that, but it just so happened to be like that. But I wasn't sleeping with any of them. But I'm just saying, the perception is like you going out with this person. I mean, and my kids, they don't know. They didn't know who I'm going out with or whatever. So they don't know. Mama going with this man tonight and this man tomorrow. Hell, they didn't know.
But I think that's the other part is I don't give a damn about anybody's perception. And so I think that should be like, as a woman, teaching my daughter to be a woman. You can't like constantly care about how other people think. I know that as a young person, you know, we always care about how other people think. But in the long run, like, I don't give a damn what y'all think. Like, that's the part. Like, so I do think it's important for you to date like multiple people and get to know, because you learn some things about yourself. You learn things about people that you like, don't like, what works, don't work, what you might have thought you couldn't really do. You might be able to kind of be like, I might be able to do that. And I think that we should do that before settling down, because then maybe you would be more open to settling down with just one person versus if you, out the gate, the only person you've ever dated, the only person you've ever been with or had any experiences with is this one person, but you've never taken on the rest of the world. Like, we live in, I think we get so confined into like the spaces we live in that we forget shit. It's a whole damn world out here.
I don't know if, I'm not saying, I mean, I feel like there is one person out there for me or whatever, but I don't know. But I
don't know if it's just one person. Like, I don't believe that like there's just one person made and created for you. I don't like believe in that.
That's what people like say.
Like I don't believe that there's just one. But I've said before, I feel like you can have more than one soulmate. So I don't believe that there's just one. I think that there are people that may fit into who you are, you may be able to tolerate and live with. Is,
everybody don't fit with you at every point in your life, though.
Yeah,
not like things change. Hopefully,
things change or people change or whatever.
But hopefully, they be willing to.
They're growing, but
they're
changing
not though.
With you,
Some people are not though.
People ain't. That's when
so
you know
this person you may felt like that maybe they were your soulmate at that time, but then you progressed on in your life, you on to something else. They're still stuck back here. Then what do you do?
But then that's probably where dating. And if you felt like they were your soulmate, then exploring further than just their soulmate. So, like, we were talking the other day about how, as African Americans, we don't really date. If you are attractive to me, and I like you or you like me, that's typically enough for us. It sometimes goes further depending on how mature you are in those spaces.
Okay, wait. What do you mean that's enough? It's enough to start a conversation.
Well, okay. Did you not hear me say it goes further depending on how mature you are in other spaces?
Well, that's why I was trying to get clarification on like what you meant. Like it's enough.
So like when you were 18 years old, not the Dante that Dante is today that needs an intellectual conversation with every man sharing.
Whatever. That's not a bad thing, though.
It's not a bad thing. But you've grown into that, though.
Absolutely.
You weren't always that. So, at 18 years old, if he was fine and he liked you, and you liked him, that was typically enough. And we don't really teach beyond that. And because a lot of us don't teach beyond that, we don't really take the time out to get to know people, what their dreams are, their goals, their aspirations. If you can grow with me,
still don't at this age,
right? And they don't. That's what I'm saying. So in your maturity, you may not, but that's not a common thing. Like, so I had a case where a lady was like, I asked the father what kind of diseases ran in this mother's family. In my mind, I thought, bitch, we don't ask them kind of questions before we start sleeping with and having kids with people.
We should.
We should. But the problem is, we don't.
No, we don't. I'm going to teach my kids that. Before you have kids or decide to have a kid with a person, look at the family background. Look at the education. Look at all of that. Like the
mental health.
It really plays everything really plays a factor. Every part of a person's life plays a factor before you have a kid.
Yes.
Every part of it.
Like, what are they bringing into this? What kind of mental health issues? What kind of health issues? Hell, what do their teeth look like?
I think about that too. I even think about the dog. Like, you don't breed with the weak dogs. You want to breed with the best dogs. Yes. And I think that even with kids, like, we need to do that. Like, teach our kids, you need to breed with good families. Yes. Make sure they come from a good background. Yes. If they out here,
our whole family broken.
Like that one family that's out here. I ain't gonna say it right now. I said off air. But like, it's one family out here that they just the whole family is fucked up. Everybody, cousins, kids, probably grandkids, everybody is.
That's my family.
I wasn't talking about your family.
I know you ain't talking about mine, but I'm saying shit.
But no, I mean, and so like, if my kid ran across a family like that, I would be like, please don't have a kid.
Okay.
By
such and such.
Please don't.
You know what I'm saying? But it's things like that we don't do. So think about that. You know how much money you could save in a family if you knew asthma ran in his family. You was like, nah, I'm good. Or mental health issues or addictions.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That too.
Yeah.
Addictions and shit like that. Like, we don't have those kind of conversations. And it's not until we get into like our late 30s, early 40s, 50s before we start saying, oh shit, we should have done that.
He got sickle cell. He got diabetes. What? Yeah.
Oh, y'all, hold on. And it's not until you see it that you like, oh, so then your kid having seizures and shit. Your baby having seizures and shit, and then you find out,
you at the hospital. Do anybody in the family have seizures and looked over at him? Do they?
And he like, yeah, I did when I was little. Yeah. My grandma did. My mama did. And you like, oh shit. Now, so I think that the biggest concern is a lot of times, and like I said, I know it's shallow as shit, but we started off with the mentality of, if I'm attracted to you, I like you, you like me. We texting, we talking. May not even be no substance conversations, but the butterflies and, oh, but he really liked me and I really like him. We don't teach our kids to go beyond that.
Yeah. My thing is, anytime I enter into anything new with anybody, I can't wait to get past that first 6 months. Because the first 6 months, you don't really see, like, you overlook so much stuff. But I want to see beyond that. Like, let me see the real you when you pissed off, or when you this, or when you stressed out. Yeah. Let me see that.
Like, how do you handle it?
Right. Yeah. Let me see that.
Yeah. How do you handle that?
How do you handle it?
Because, I mean, yeah, when you happy and shit is good, you like, he's perfect.
He perfect. This motherfucker done got mad and then shut off and ain't said y'all ain't talked and nigga like,
or have real life grown temper tantrums.
You heard
and
me?
Start throwing stuff like, who does that?
Right.
Punching walls and shit. What the fuck is you doing?
You just gonna punch my wall like that?
Yeah.
You just gonna tear up my shit. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This ain't gonna work.
Right.
This
okay. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this.
Yeah. Sorry.
Or when you can't find the house, then you act. Girl, thank God for that. You act a fool and talk crazy, and then talk crazy from that point on, and then you belittle and we need to see that. Some of them show up real early though.
Some of them do show you signs real early. You just say,
you just gotta open your eyes.
Open your eyes and see them.
So I got a question for y'all on man bashing. So if y'all saw a chick bashing a dude on social media just so bad, and then he tried to holler at y'all, would y'all judge him for what she posted? Would you be more cautious?
I'd probably be more cautious. I don't know if I would. I'll be on the fence on that one because you still gotta watch out for that shit. But you don't know if because I know somebody out here bashing like one of my family members all the time. And that ain't him. You know what I'm saying? But everybody that meet up with him be like, you do gotta be cautious about it though.
Right.
is it just her saying it, or is it multiple people?
Now that would matter too.
So if it's just one person, I don't know that my caution book is like, I don't know if I'm gonna be that. Now it may be 100%. There might be some 100% truth to that, because maybe their situation elicited whatever it is she posted or put out there. But I don't know that I'm gonna be as cautious as if it was multiple people saying the same
thing. Most people are probably like, I'm good.
Right.
Nice meeting you though.
Right.
Yeah, I think I would be. I wouldn't necessarily judge them, but I'd be cautious. And then but I would always keep what she said in the back of my mind. And when I started seeing little stuff, I'd be like, yeah, she was right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
she said that. Let me go and leave this alone.
Okay, so last question: How do y'all feel about man bashing amongst black women of black men, and now the new thing of man bashing black men with white women?
You know, I actually, that last part, black men bashing black men with white women, I've actually seen that on Facebook.
Not black men. So, black women bashing black men.
That's part one, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And then white women bashing black men.
Oh, no, I thought you said black men bashing
so
black
we'll
men
get to that part too.
White women, but I have seen black men bashing black men that are with white women.
Okay,
I
so
have seen that.
Before we get there.
Okay.
So, I struggle with the idea. I know that we have it. It's our thing. You know, niggas ain't shit. We, go on to this space. And I think that it, amongst us, it is our thing. But it's now becoming their thing. To say, well, he ain't, a nigga ain't shit. Girl, you can't, and I think you don't get the right to call him ain't shit.
And I think that's where I'm not conflicted against that, but I think where they're conflicted against it, because they like, well, how can you say it? We can't say it.
Because I struggle with the divide that's in our culture already. So I think that sometimes what we do is we may press that divide a little bit further when we're already like fighting against each other and he ain't shit and da-da-da-da-da, and we bashing each other so much, and then they come in because they don't bash they men like that. I don't give a damn how much it is, girl. She ain't walking around here talking to me. They not sis know. Or ma'am, or I've never heard a white woman bash a white man.
I don't know, because I'm not
around it.
I'm not around. No. I'm not around. I mean, I am somewhat, but not. I mean, I haven't heard them bash, but I'm not like my time. Most of the time, I see this type of stuff. It's on Facebook.
Exactly.
The majority of my Facebook is black, not white. So
I'm not talking about like the website. I'm saying in general.
But we're not around them.
That's what I'm not around them.
Well, I am.
I'm not.
And anybody that I know that is around them like that.
But mostly in a professional setting, though.
That's not necessarily true. I've had white friends, and I've been around white people outside of work. I mean, I'm not, I know I'm pro-black and they know that. I come in and I am pro-black. They know who I am. But, I mean, for that being, I've had white friends, and they don't bash. A lot of different races don't bash their men like we bash our men.
Or their people in general.
Like we bash each other.
I think with us, it's that whole slave mentality mindset that's just passed on from generation to generation to generation, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, and then we talk about black men who bash black women but I think that black men bash black women for, like we've talked about before, because we envy whiteness and what white represents. And so then we feel like, well, we got to bash black women or talk bad about black women because that makes us better.
Yeah, I can't see
and it makes them feel better. So then they heighten up. I think that that's shitty too.
Well, yeah, my own brother, honestly, it kind of made me look at him differently, which we're not close anyway because he's my dad's son. But he was married to a black woman, now married to a white woman, and he got on there and was like, my white woman ain't never called me a sorry ass nigga, and she ain't never, like referring to, like, that's just what black women do.
It ain't.
It's like, all black women don't do that. Yeah. But why are you comparing your black wife to your white wife? And I'm happy, and this, I mean, it's good that she's making you happy.
I think
but why get on there and bash a black woman like that?
But I also think that black men are different with white women than they are with black women.
They are.
I think that they are living, if you ask me, the relationships that I am aware of where a black man is married to or with a white woman and has children with their white woman, he is forever doing something to prove himself worthy of that white woman. And he, he takes care of her kids extra hard because her family don't think he's shit anyway.
Because you done got with this black man.
Right, because you done got with this black man. A lot of them don't agree with that shit.
Right.
I don't care how much them people, I don't give a damn how nice, how sweet, how this, how that. Behind their backs, they don't think he can do it. And he's forever trying to prove some point that he can. So I don't know that. So you're a different kind of man as a black man with a white woman. I truly believe that.
I think so too.
So I think you do get praised because you doing shit to be praised as a black man married to or with a white woman. Whereas when you with a black woman, you the same old stereotypical nigga doing fuck boy shit, and you don't want to be called out on it. And the moment I call you to the rug for it, then I'm wrong for calling you to the rug. Exactly. No, like you should be called to the rug for your fuck boy shit. Even if you are my husband, my man, or whatever, there is a way to do it.
Hell yeah.
I probably shouldn't come in the house and be like, you ain't shit, because we're not going to have a healthy relationship.
But how many black women do you think is walking into the house saying it to their men, though?
I think it's a lot of them. But it's shit they putting up with, though. If you walking in there saying he ain't shit and all that, you didn't allow him to sit at your house.
So out of everybody that we know, kind of like in our friend group, inside Capri, I don't really see none of y'all walking into the house. That's what I'm saying.
I think we're the exception, not the rule.
But
so I think sometimes...
I think it depends who you are, where you at,
in life.
And type of people you hanging around or whatever. But I just don't see none of my friends walking into their house like, nigga, you ain't shit, you this, you that, you can't do nothing right.
But then again,
I just don't see that.
You're not in their household every day.
I'm not, but I just don't. But I'm not in their household, but still, even though the way people act in public sometimes act the way around. Some parts of that is going to come out. So if we all in gatherings or whatever, you can kind of see how they interact with their men. And if that man bring them something, you can't get nothing. I didn't want no ice. Then if she acting all like that,
I'm probably not going to hang out with somebody who acts like that around me anyway. So if you act like that and you all
every time your man, it depends on who you hang around.
Yeah. But I don't know that that's like necessarily saying that you would be that person, because I can't always say, since I don't live with my friends, I can't say that they don't do that. I'm just saying that it's probably not healthy to do it. Like if you want a long-term relationship and you're trying to be with somebody long-term, I can't give you a percentage of women that are or aren't, or I just would say that that's probably not a good way to address it.
It's not a good way to address it.
No, it's not, but I just feel like if she's bashing him in private, she's going to bash him in public to her friends.
To her friends, she probably will.
To me.
It'll come out at some point.
That's what I'm saying, it'll come out at some point.
Women, let's be real. Women bash men to their friends in private settings. That don't necessarily mean you go back and bash him.
But
I think there's a level of bashing. He might piss you off.
Some shit to you.
I might say he pissed me off, but I ain't gonna be like, this motherfucker ain't shit. I promise you, this old lazy motherfucker ain't doing shit. I ain't
right. Because I'm not gonna be that person.
Because as your friend, I'm like, why are you even with him anyway?
Yeah, if you feel that way. First question.
Right.
Especially if you say,
but some women, but that's what I'm saying. But there are some women out here that's how they talk to their homegirls. But that don't necessarily mean that she's going home and having that same conversation with her man. Maybe not.
But I'm saying the ones that do talk to their men like that more than likely are talking to their friends like that as well. Not the ones that are bashing their friend, like bashing him in private, but hey baby, not them. I'm talking about the ones, nigga, that's what I'm talking about.
Nigga, your homegirl pull out, his lazy ass in there playing that motherfucking game like he always do, bitch.
And he just in there.
Yeah, he just sitting there.
I can't stand it.
Yeah, I can't stand this bitch. I don't even want to live here. I don't even want to live here, but I ain't got nowhere else to go. Like,
right.
Yeah.
But I mean, either way, it's not healthy.
It ain't.
To be that person to your significant other.
It's not.
So if you're looking for a long-term relationship, you probably shouldn't address your fuckboy in that space, his fuckboy spaces.
Yeah.
And nigga, you ain't doing shit.
Please don't.
Find a nicer way to say it.
Right.
And do it. Because I'm not saying that in relationships, there's levels to man bashing.
Yeah.
Because I think that there are some conversations that need to be had that some men need to hear And you may not necessarily want to hear what I have to say to you, but it needs to be said.
But just come across it a better way, especially if y'all in a relationship. It's always how you say it.
And even baby daddies, because I think sometimes we exclude the fact that we're not in relationships with them.
Yeah.
And we may address them as you ain't shit. You think some girls talk crazy to their baby daddies?
Hell yeah, they do.
Girl, yes.
and I ain't even the one that, like, even though he ain't. He ain't shit. Yeah. But I ain't the one to be like, nigga, you ain't shit.
Yeah. Or be posting all on social media and all that
I ain't
stuff.
finna tell him he ain't shit because you know you ain't shit.
You know it. Yeah.
I've grown up quite a bit.
You tell him you ain't shit?
I have.
See, I ain't said it.
You know what? I usually
because
don't, but every now and then, like if I deal with some stuff for so long, it's going to come out.
Yeah.
How I feel is going to come out, and every now and then it does. But every conversation I have with you, or every time you don't do something, it ain't no, I knew you would. It ain't no none of that. I don't even operate like that. But every now and then I have gotten pissed off.
I have grown up. Now, I'm not the you ain't shit woman in a relationship. I'm not. But when it comes to my kids, if you really truly think it's okay to mistreat and do my kids wrong, then you probably done heard you ain't shit.
See, and I ain't never said, even though you have, I'm just gonna cut it off. I ain't even no point in having this conversation. I've been doing it. I just ain't finna tell you. You know you ain't shit.
Now, I'm not. They older. Shit, I mean, we ain't having that conversation. But when they was little, oh yeah, both my baby daddies heard
thing. And like to me, like once you get a taste of peace, like true peace, you don't
care to go back.
You don't even care.
You're not even finna keep entertaining bullshit because it's like for what?
Right.
No
like I'm at peace over here. Why?
Right.
Why do I need to keep arguing with you, sending subliminals or texting,
having dumb conversations? You ain't shit.
Or
you
even
don't do shit.
him on
right.
Like nigga, my sorry ass baby.
I haven't posted on social media, but like I said, we didn't have some phone conversations that were not very friendly from my mouth, and my tongue can be quite the sword.
Okay.
And my kids are my soft spot. I don't care. Like the rest of that shit, like it don't matter. Like if we break up and we didn't have no kids and there's no problems, you're gonna be whoever you're gonna be, and I'm never gonna come to you and tell you, oh nigga, you ain't shit. You wasn't da da da. But if it come down to my kids, and you think you gonna mistreat my kids, you got my baby standing at a door waiting on you and some shit, or you was supposed to send something and you didn't, or in their early ages,
right?
I still think
I didn't send some shit. I didn't say
it
some
rolled off
shit
these
out
lips.
loud. Yes,
I think it, but I mean, it's not even worth me entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Look at them; they're so mature.
At this point, I mean, it's not like for
I don't know. Even when
at this point,
I
it's
didn't
not.
think
No.
it, but
especially if I've been doing it for years.
yeah,
anyway,
like it's like what the hell? What am I saying to you? Like it went in one ear and out the other when I told you in the goddamn.
Oh yeah, when they're older, I don't think I think it's not worth it.
Well, I think you get adjusted to it too. But I think like when your baby is little and you expect for them to like be there and help the way the way they should, and they're not, and I think then you like pissed off. And like, you're gonna tell them, but when some time have passed and they've been doing this,
right?
It's
This is
for
your
what?
this is your routine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For what? Why do I need to tell you?
Right.
You already know what you're not doing.
Right.
Exactly.
Why don't I need to tell you what you're not doing?
Right.
Because you know.
You know you ain't shit.
Yeah.
So.
Even though I ain't gonna tell you.
But in conclusion, it's not cool to man bash.
It's not
on social media.
I don't think
Or
it's
even
cool
even in
bash.
person. It's not cool to bash a man at all.
I don't think we keep talking about building up our culture and building up our kids and teaching our kids to be different and teaching and trying to make the black community stronger. I don't believe that man bashing or woman bashing will get us there. We have to be a collaborative team
in love
to get there.
We have to show more love to each other.
Right. And so even if I do believe also that men should hold their friends accountable for shit too. Just like women should hold their friends accountable for shit. So if you see your friend out here doing something that is fuck boy shit or fuck girl shit, because we don't call it fuck girl shit, but girls be doing some fuck shit.
They do.
And that's your homegirl, you need to point that shit out. And or don't encourage that. Because I think a lot of times we are encouraging that amongst each other.
Well, a lot of times they're not going to hang around people who...
Sometimes they do.
A lot of times they're going to hang around people who do encourage it. Because I've talked to some guys that say, I won't deal with a guy that's a deadbeat father. But and if he is, I'm going to point it out. And then they've told me, like, their friend don't necessarily tell them stuff anymore. Or they're not
So
as close.
So they're down on your ass. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the kind of men, but I do think that some men know, like, oh, this nigga out here for, you know, it's some men out here know they friends cheating on their wives, or they friends out here got baby over here and a baby over there and they ain't said shit to nobody. You know, it's people over here that
bro
know.
code. They ain't gonna
if your homegirl was doing it, you ain't either.
That's fuckboy shit still.
Yeah, well,
that don't mean you have to tell nobody.
You can't
But
violate.
you probably should say something out loud.
The only thing you need to say that's just, you know, what is it? That's just code. Like,
what can you call out? So what should you call out?
No, if it's your homeboy and he got a real good woman, you might say something to him like, man, I don't think you need to be doing her like that or whatever.
Like, nigga, you fucking up. Most men is gonna be like, you fucking up.
Yeah, and that's, you know, him saying something.
That's him saying something.
But
they ain't gonna go into it all in depth probably, but they're gonna be like, nigga, you fucking up.
So should he just say you fucking up when it comes to his kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You fucking up to mean a whole lot.
Yeah. That's saying a lot, nigga. You fucking up.
But that's what I'm saying. Call it out. I'm not saying,
yeah,
you know, you change, because everybody don't change friend groups just because of that.
Exactly.
You know, I might say, nigga, you fucking up, and then that's the end of the conversation.
For real.
That's all. That being said, again, if we want to be stronger, we want to make stronger kids, we want our community to be stronger, bashing each other is definitely not the point to start with that. So,
exactly.
Anyway, it's been a good conversation.
It's been a good conversation. It has.
Look at us. We didn't battle. That's because we got
back
all three
it.
of us talking. We didn't win over an hour today.
We did good.
Yeah, and we have to get ready for tonight.
Yes, we do.
And we got a photo shoot tomorrow.
I ain't even got no shirt yet, so I
don't have a shirt. Hair looking
I got
crazy.
my full outfit. They ain't never got their shit together. I don't know.
Mika have hers together more than
I normally do. I don't know why I don't.
Mika
I've been trying to look for a shirt for 2 weeks. I've been having my pants for about 4 weeks.
Look at Mika.
But I don't have a shirt.
I think it's because you've had all like your birthday stuff going on too, and then you went out of town.
Yeah, I normally have it.
You've had a lot of stuff going on.
I'm the one.
I have to go find me a shirt.
I'm the one that never have it together.
So, and then we do have some things coming up in September. So September 7th. We will be at the Oklahoma City Black Fashion Week on that Saturday at the zoo. So get you guys' tickets. Come see us. We'll have a vendor table there. And it's a formal event. We're going to be fine.
I'm excited about that part.
Yeah, I am too. It's going to be fine.
We are. I've been looking for a dress for my dresses. I said, well, I got to see what they wearing because y'all know my dresses. I'm like, oh, bitch, I would be fine. I said, well, let me calm down. Let me not order that. Let me see what they order.
So maybe I think that's just you though.
I know, but sometimes
it's okay because
sometimes I can be over the top.
That's okay because it's you. Be yourself.
It's okay because hold on, look. Mika, we don't have
to blend.
No.
We don't have to blend.
Me and Mika probably need to converse because me and Mika will pick the same dress.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. We need to talk about
not so much.
Me and Mika need to talk about.
I was gonna do a little simple, like a satin dress that kind of flare out, but kind of more form.
What color?
I haven't decided yet. I looked at a pink one and I looked at a silver one.
Okay, because I looked at a pink one too and a black one. Okay. So then we probably, like, again, me and Mika tend to pick the same shit. So I need to look and see. And send it. That's why I always send my shit in the group now.
I said, let me not order this shit.
Even when I change outfits now, you notice I send the shit to the group. Exactly. Like, so this is my outfit because I don't want to be like, well, she said she was wearing, because we've had that incident before. She said she was wearing this and ended up in this because that didn't work out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
So we'll figure it out.
I'm going to go figure it out right now.
It's all right. Yeah. So, yeah. But we have that. Then we'll be in Miami the second week of September.
Yes, we will.
That's like 3 weeks from now.
Exactly.
That's going to be fun.
It is.
So, we'll be in Miami, bitch.
Welcome to Miami.
Hey. Yes. So, we'll be in Miami. And then we are coming up on our 1 year.
We are.
October. But I don't know
October
the date.
4th.
Is it the 4th? Okay.
October 4th is our actual date. We'll probably do something in October, maybe a small little something.
Even if it's like, appetizer or something somewhere. We'll figure something out. Yeah.
We'll figure it out. We'll
maybe
celebrate.
the place where you did your photo shoot.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I think it would be cool, like, if we can get some people and maybe even sit down, have a sit down, talk, ask question type thing. We'll figure something out. Yeah, we'll figure something out.
So, anyway, but we got a lot coming up. we said we was gonna be busy when we got back, y'all. We meant that shit.
Hell yeah.
So, you guys know how to get in contact with us if you don't. First of all, let me stop and say this. You can listen to us on SeattleHipHopRadio.com every Monday and Friday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Like we always say, that is like your Pandora. Download the app, listen to it 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Enjoy that music. It's a great platform outside of Pandora, outside of Spotify, outside of anything else you have to hear, like local artists that haven't been discovered and things like that. So SeattleHipHopRadio.com. We are on Spotify, iTunes, or Apple Podcasts, and SoundCloud, YouTube. 4 different platforms. Catch us on any of those. We post a new podcast every Sunday. But you can go back and listen again on any of those platforms if you miss us. I really do want to give a shout out to all of those who have like downloaded and subscribed to us on Apple Podcasts. That's big. We appreciate that as well. We are on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Instagram is MochaTea_podcast. Facebook is MochaTea Podcast. Twitter is MochaTea Podcast. And then anytime you want to get old school, old fashioned with us, go ahead and shoot us an email, MochaTea2018@gmail.com. And that's for any inquiries, any questions. If you want to submit a question and just, something you want us to discuss on the podcast, you can do that as well. Otherwise, they have tuned out, and both of them are on their cell phones at this point, and I'm jealous. So we out.
I'm transferring my college child money.